Alrighty. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to start us off by asking you a simple question. When was the last time you checked in on your mental health? Um, Not so much, am I okay today? How am I feeling? What could have gone differently? But really just take a moment to reflect, to take a deep breath, and to care for your emotional well-being. As college students, we are constantly under pressure. Academic deadlines pile up. Social expectations weigh us down. Family demands, financial stress, relationship drama, whatever it may be, the list is endless. And too often, the first thing we sacrifice in these situations is our mental health. But here's the truth. Neglecting your mental health doesn't make you stronger. Doesn't help you get more done. If anything, it does the exact opposite. It holds you back. It drains your focus, dulls your motivation, and robs you of the chance to actually enjoy your college experience, both socially and academically. That's why today I want to persuade you to make your mental health a priority. I'm first going to walk you through real life problems that arise when we ignore it, and then I'm going to share practical steps you can implement into your everyday life just to help take care of your mental health. So, to begin with the consequences, the first and most immediate effect of poor mental health is academic performance, more so a decline in our academic performance. When you think about it, when you're stressed, anxious, emotionally overwhelmed, whatever it may be, how well can you truly focus on a lecture? How much can you retain from your readings? How effectively can you manage your assignments when your mind feels like it's in survival mode? According to the American Psychological Association, mental distress directly impacts our memory, focus, and executive functioning, all of which are crucial to learning. In fact, a study from the Journal of Affective Disorders found that students who experience high levels of stress in their first semester are more likely to face long-term academic struggles throughout their college career, which means lower grades, academic probation, even delayed graduation. And it's not so much because they aren't smart or can't keep up with the work, it's just because they didn't have the support or tools to take care of their minds. Mental clarity and emotional balance are just as essential to success as time management and study skills. The second consequence I want to talk about is even more dangerous, which is the risk of harmful coping mechanisms. So, when students don't know how to process their stress or emotions, many actually turn to alcohol, drugs, or other risky behaviors for that temporary relief or almost sweet escape, I guess you could say. So rather than address the source of their pain, they try to escape it, in which the American Addiction Center actually reports a growing number of college students using substances specifically to cope with their stress. Now, this kind of self-medication is not good and often leads to addiction, worsen mental health, and in some cases, legal or academic consequences. But here's the good news. These outcomes are more than preventable, and it starts with prioritizing your peace. So, what can you do? How can you protect your mental health even with such a busy, hectic, demanding schedule? First, take advantage of your campus resources. Most colleges, including SMC, offer free or low-cost counseling services, wellness events, peer support groups, even crisis lines. You don't need to wait until things fall apart to seek help. So, as hard as it might be, or as nerve-wracking as it might be, go to your student health center website or ask a trusted professor or RA. Just one appointment can make a huge difference. In 2022, a study published in the Journal of Medical Internet Research found that both in-person and digital campus mental health services significantly reduce symptoms of stress, anxiety, and depression among college students. Second, build simple, healthy routines, starting with your sleep. We love to brag about pulling all-nighters or living off caffeine, but poor sleep literally weakens our ability to think clearly and regulate our emotions. So set a regular bedtime. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Cut back on caffeine after 3 p.m., even though it might be a little difficult. But according to psychologist Andrea Goldstein, students who prioritize their sleep show overall better emotional regulation, academic performance, and resilience under pressure. Next, or lastly, I should say, set boundaries, especially in relationships, romantic, platonic, whatever it may be. Whether it's with friends, family, or even professors, boundaries protect your emotional energy. Learn to say no when you need to, you know, take a break, take a step back, just focus and regroup. Remind yourself that you are not responsible for everyone else's comfort and you are responsible for your peace. Actually, in 2024, a study by Tara Stronada found that college students with strong personal boundaries had significantly lower emotional exhaustion and higher levels of self-confidence. So, neglecting your mental health in college has real consequences, as I've mentioned, from slipping grades to harmful coping habits. But you ultimately have the power to change that. You have the power to protect your peace, use your resources, build better habits, set those boundaries because your future self will thank you. Mental health isn't a luxury, it's the foundation of everything else. So today, let this be your reminder you're allowed to rest, you're allowed to ask for help, and most importantly, you're allowed to put your peace first. Thank you.